Good evening, everyone. Hope you all are doing great. Today, we are going to look to an important previous year question paper of English language and literature of board examination of class 10th CBSE. This question paper set is 211. This session will help you familiarize with important questions that can come in your exams and how you should approach a particular question. You'll only have 3 hours, so you just don't have to make sure that you are perfect with everything you say, but you also have to make sure that you abide by the time also, which is only 3 hours. Let's start with the questions. Before that, let's look at the general instructions as well. All questions are compulsory. Internal choice is provided wherever applicable. Question follow the current CBSE syllabus. So make sure you read these general instructions to help you get a grip on the question paper. So let's start with question number 1 of section A, which is an objective question. In recent years, urban gardening has become popular as it allows city dwellers to grow their own food in small spaces. Which of the following is not an advantage of urban gardening? See, urban gardening. This is a positive word because it means that city dwellers, whoever reside in a particular city, can grow their own food in small spaces. So it teaches you to be independent, to be self-reliant, to be very much careful and giving for your own food and survival. So these are all positive connotations. So of course, it should imply the positive things as well. Now, remember in the question it is asked which of the following is not an advantage. Read the question very properly. Enhances food security is an advantage. Reduces greenery in cities? No. Why would it reduce greenery in cities if urban gardening is a good thing to grow their food in smaller spaces? Because we are using less space, it means that greenery still prevails because we don't have to cut a particular forest to grow our own food. Promotes healthy eating, yes. Increases community bonds, yes, because city dwellers come together. That's why they form bonds and there is increased community bond between them. Which of these is a synonym for the word eminent as used in English literature? So the synonym for the word eminent. Whenever there is a question of vocabulary, you'll have to remember that the only key to answering these type of question is reading as much as possible. And it's not just about the books that you read. It's about looking and being vigilant towards everything. For example, there is a hoarding at the at the lane where you live, which has a particular ad written on it, which has a particular new word on it. So you'll have to look to the words which are new to you in the dictionary or on Google. You'll have all the resources. You just need to get yourself familiarized with a particular word. So here the word eminent, I'll tell you as of now, eminent means very, well known, having a great presence. So but the right answer would be renowned, because obscure is something which is not that meaningful. Insignificant means something which is not significant, something which has no importance. And as I said, eminent is something which has great importance. Mundane, it means boring, usual. Okay, so of course this does not imply with this. Next question. Identify the figure of speech in the sentence, the thunder roared angrily across the sky. Thunder roared. Road is a human trait. Road, as in the harana is roar. The lion roars. So lion is a living being. But is thunder a living being? No. So appointing a human trait to a non-human thing is known as personification, because you are personifying a particular thing which is not actually a person. This has to be the answer. Now, what is simile? Simile is a degree of comparison with the use of comparative words such as, like, etc. Hyperbole is an exaggerated way of saying something. Like it was as, it was 10,000 flowers I saw at a glance. There is something like this sentence in the poem Daffodils by William Wordsworth. So 10,000 is actually an, it's actually a superlative term for the number of flowers that the poet. So because you can't actually count it 10,000, but it's just a way of saying. So that's hyperbole. Metaphor is again using a particular uh, comparing two things without using the comparative keywords. Which of the following sentence is grammatically correct? She do not like apples. She के साथ we always use does. She or he के साथ we always use does. Because it's singular, so we, we use does for it. Had it been plural like they, then we use do, which is a plural verb. Okay, so this is not an answer. Does she like apples? This is correct because does and she. Then again, does she like me? Does she likes है? You can see here, right? So she के साथ likes नहीं, she के साथ like use होगा इधर. Remember this. First form of the verb. हमेशा does के साथ ना first form of verb use होता है. She does not like apple, which is absolutely correct. She is likes apple. No, is इधर नहीं रहेगा. She likes apple होना चाहिए. Apples. Now, neither of the boys dash finished their work. Dash, have, has, is, are. So have होगा कि has होगा, is are तो नहीं होगा, ठीक है, because it's not a first person thing which where we use is or are. Have or has में have is for plural things, plural, whereas has is for singular. Now you may say boys तो plural है, so there have use होना चाहिए, right? Neither of the boys have finished their work. But remember students, neither of the boys, it's none of them, यानी कि कोई भी नहीं है. तो यानी कि अगर कोई नहीं है तो कितना क्वांटिटी हुई हमारी? It's zero. It's singular. Then we use has. So the right answer has to be has. Option B is our correct answer. Which of the sentence, what type of sentence is the following? Close the window. You see, it's a direct order, like close the window. So a direct order is always an imperative sentence. You're not declaring something. You're not asking something. It's not interrogative. It's not exclamatory because it's not exclaiming something. Oh, wow, bravo. It's not all of that. Imperative means where you're commanding something, and especially a good way of recognizing imperative sentence is omitting the use of the word you. So you ultimately assume that it's being asked of you to do it. So that's an imperative sentence. Like the sentence could have been you should close the window, but it's not you. It's direct statement asking you in brackets to do something. So it will be imperative sentence. What does the phrasal verb call off means? Call off means phrasal verbs correctly you'll have to learn. And once you learn, you'll use them in sentences and you'll get your hands on it. Call off का direct मतलब है to cancel. Option A will be the correct answer. Next question. The chef is preparing a special meal. This is an active form of the verb, of sentence, active form. We have to find the passive. A special meal is being prepared by the chef. A special meal was prepared by the chef. C. Question is in present continuous. Is preparing is present continuous. So the passive form will also be in present tense. It should restore the same tense. A special meal was is past. No. A special meal has been prepared. No. It's past perfect. The chef is prepared by special meal. This is absolutely wrong because chef is not prepared by the meal. Meal is prepared by the chef. So the special meal is being prepared. Here the present tense is prevalent. So this is our right answer is A. If you dash earlier, you wouldn't have missed the train. You wouldn't have missed the train. Isme bhi, if you see, it's in past. So if it's this in past, here also it should have been past. Okay. So if you have left मतलब चले गए हो. ठीक है? It translates to this. Had left. Let's come to this later. Leaves. Leaves is present. No. Leaving is also present continuous. So no. Had left is the right answer because तुम जा चुके हो. मतलब अगर तुम चले गए होते तो तुम्हारी ट्रेन ना छूटती. So these both are in past tense. So the answer should be in past tense. Had left. Now choose the most appropriate title for a story about friendship prevailing over misunderstanding. This question, guys, I need you to answer. A tale of betrayal, lost and found, bonds beyond words, and unseen enemy. You understand the story or the title, what is it about, and then understand what's the story is about and give a relevant title for it. This is your homework. Question 10 is your homework, and I need you to drop the answer in the comment section. Now, assertion reason. Reading novels regularly improves vocabulary. Novels introduce readers to varied language and expressions. Reading novels regularly improves vocabulary? Yes, it does. Novels introduce readers to varied language and expression. So, here, ये जो है reason, क्या ये assertion को justify कर रहा है? हाँ कर रहा है. क्यों? क्योंकि the assertion says कि रीडिंग से आपकी वोकेबलरी इंक्रीज होती है. एंड द रीज़न इज सेइंग कि नॉवल से भी आप चीज़ लैंग्वेज लर्न करते हो, यू लर्न एक्सप्रेशन. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो continuing what the assertion has to say. So yes, both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Next, choose the word closest in meaning to benevolent. There is no right way to explain this. Benevolent, you'll have to learn what does it mean. But let's suppose you have come across a sentence, which you may have, I'm not sure, but if you would have a little habit of reading, you must have come across the sentence, God is benevolent. This word is usually used with gods. At least this is one of the first way in which I came to be familiarized with this term. Benevolent means very kind, very giving. So answer should be kind. Malevolent is the opposite of benevolent. Malevolent is cunning, self-centered. Unkind, no, it's completely opposite. Indifferent means, again, very cruel, very insensitive is indifferent. So the right answer should be kind to benevolent. Which tense is used in the sentence? He has been studying for 2 hours. Present simple, okay. Present continuous, present perfect, past perfect. Has been studying. This is past perfect, not present. This is present perfect continuous, not past, because has been studying. Had nahi hai. Had is simple past. But has been studying. Studying यानी कि अभी भी कर रहा है वो, तो present तो होगा ही. कौन सा present होगा? Present continuous. ठीक है. Perfect क्यों आया? Present perfect because has का use हुआ है. जब भी has का use हो तो present perfect continuous हो जाता है. Choose the best option to complete the dialogue. I can't solve this math problem. Ravi says. Teacher says, dash, try it step by step. Why you don't? Why is it not right the answer? Why is it not the right answer? Because why के साथ we are using don't. Why के साथ we should use don't, but here we are using why plus you plus don't, which is wrong because why के साथ हमेशा आपका helping verb आना चाहिए. Why you this is not a correct way of placing an interrogative sentence. ठीक है, इसलिए this is not our answer. Why not try it step by step? Okay, if you try it step by step, this is a suggestion. Okay, so this is not interrogative. Would you, it's asking. ठीक है, तो why not try it step by step should be the right answer, because it's asking. Select the correctly punctuated sentence. My sister who lives in Delhi is coming. See, comma is for pauses. Now let's take pauses and understand why is it the right answer. My sister who lives in Delhi is coming. It's completely in one go, which does not create the meaning of the sentence. My sister who lives in Delhi is coming. Again, my sister who lives in Delhi is coming. Last sentence is my sister who lives in Delhi is coming. This is the right way to say something, because that's the right way you will read something. So always understand the use of each punctuation mark and how you apply it in your real life. Next question. Identify the part of speech for the underlined word. She sang beautifully. अब beautiful किसके लिए यूज हो रहा है? sang के लिए, यानी कि singing के लिए. Singing is beautiful, not the girl. Okay, whenever you describe a noun or a pronoun, this marker is not working properly, so some letters are getting missed, but okay. Whenever you describe a noun or a pronoun, this is an adjective. But whenever you describe a verb, here the verb is singing. Sing is a verb. Then that's the adverb. Adverb, as the name suggests, add plus verb. So you are adding to the verb. Adding beautiful to the word sang. So this is an adverb example. Choose the expression that means to keep something secret. Spill the beans is spilling the whole conversation. In deep water means in trouble. Let the cat out of the bag means, saying something that you were earlier hiding. Keep under wraps is the right answer. Which of these is not a component of a formal address? Recipient address, yes, you'll have to mention kisko letter ja raha hai. Salutation is dear ma'am, dear sir, whatever, which has to be there. Subject line is very important because it tells the content of the letter in a briefly. Pie chart. Why would a pie chart? You know what is a pie chart? Pie chart is a way, it's a graph of expressing like 20%, 10%. This is a pie chart. Why would a pie chart be there in the letter? No. So pie chart is the right answer because it's not a component of a formal letter. Read the question very properly. Now I guess this is the last question of our day, because the rest of the question are long answer type question which we can't discuss in an online class. But I want you to read these question and answer it for your own good. Write it down in a notebook, and if you need the PDF, drop your query in the comment section and we will be providing you the link to this PDF. Okay, find the correct direct speech for he said that he was busy. डायरेक्ट स्पीच, ही वॉज बिजी यानी कि पास्ट टेंस है, तो इनडायरेक्ट में भी दिस इज एन इनडायरेक्ट सेंटेंस जिसमें पास्ट वर्ब है बिकॉज ही वॉज बिजी यूज हुआ है, तो डायरेक्ट में भी इट शुड बी पास्ट. नाउ लेट्स मेक दिस अ बिट क्लियर बाय रिमूविंग सम ऑफ द मार्कर्स. या ही सेड आई एम बिजी. आई एम बिजी तो प्रेजेंट हो गया ना, प्रेजेंट नहीं होगा बिकॉज पास्ट है, तो पास्ट हमेशा टेंस फॉर्म ना रिटेन होनी चाहिए. ही सेज आई वॉज बिजी. डू यू थिंक इट्स करेक्ट? यस, इट्स करेक्ट बिकॉज वॉज इधर भी यूज हुआ है, वॉज इधर भी है. सॉरी, या एंड ही सेज आई वॉज बिजी. ही सेज ही इज बिजी. इज नो. ही सेड he is busy. he के साथ he क्यों होगा? नहीं यूज होगा, इसलिए he says I was busy is the right answer, because he तो अपने आप को I की तरह रेफर करेगा ना, he अपने आप को he की तरह रेफर क्यों करेगा? So B is the right answer to this. This was a very short glimpse of what your paper should look like. These are the rest of the questions which I want you to answer for your own good. Yeah. This thing will help you familiarize with the type of question and make you aware of how much water you are into, so as to gauge how much you need to practice and work on which particular section. Start your preparation from day one. Practicing previous year question is one of the best way to score maximum marks in board examination. So keep practicing. We'll meet soon enough. And if you have any questions till then, please feel free to drop your queries in the comment section and we'll be more than happy to answer that. All the best, students. Please keep learning. Please keep studying. Thank you.